Kill me! I'm here! Kill me!
Hey everybody, this is Mad Movies coming at you with my review of 1408. Now, I know that this movie is really liked by a large group of people, and it's interesting because I see this movie as kind of a tale of two movies. There's the concept and the actual film. On the concept level, I really enjoy this movie. I love the idea of this guy who goes into this hotel room and is basically driven mad. For those of you who don't know anything about this movie, John Cusack is the star, and he plays a guy who travels the globe looking for allegedly haunted rooms or allegedly haunted houses, and he goes and stays in them, and he doesn't believe that there is anything legitimate going on, and he goes to basically be able to prove them wrong, and he goes into room 1408 in this hotel, and of course, seeing as though this is a horror movie, he is not correct. There is definitely some real paranormal stuff that goes on, and then throughout the rest of the movie, he's kind of tortured by these not this being per se, but like these visions, and like you have all these moments where he's drawn out, and like you're empathizing with his character, so you're seeing it through kind of his eyes, and as a result, as a filmmaker, as a audience member, I should say, not a filmmaker, you are kind of putting yourself in that position, and you're creeped out as a result of that, and a lot of the moments in this movie are really work, like down to stuff like even like the temperature of the room dropping, and just a lot of the visuals just really solidly work, and there are some legitimately good scares. However, as far as the execution goes, there are a few moments in this movie that really bring it down for me. There's a few moments that are really cliche in my view, and really do nothing to serve the purpose of the film. Took me completely out of it, made me feel like, oh man, they're doing this to me. And they both, there's two moments that come directly to mind, and they're both late in the film, so I'm going to have to be very delicate because I do not like to give spoilers to people. There is a scare that happens in the last moments of this movie that involve a mirror, and it is so cliche and so lame, and it's like, there's, for me, as a person who is a big horror fan, there was not even the remotest fear in any part of my body. I was just watching being like, oh come on, really, they went there? Like, it is, to me, the epitome of a lame scare that is just put in there to have that shocking moment at the end. And you know, I love a good shocking moment at the end. There are definitely lots of films that have paid that off. Like a great example is Carrie has a great moment at the end that it's even in that one, like, you do kind of see it coming, but it works so much better than this one because it is also something that you haven't seen in 1,000 movies before. The moment with the mirror at the end absolutely kills me, but much worse than that even is there's a moment with a beach where all of a sudden there's a beach, and it is such crap to me because that you're supposed, when you're watching the movie, you're supposed to be like really buying into it, and as a person who is thinks about the movies while I'm watching them and has seen horror movies, the entire time it was going on, I'm like, there is no way that's actually happening. There's no way whatsoever. And it goes on and on and on. And then, shocker of shockers, it's not happening. And I was just like, oh, come on. It's so lame. It just takes me right out of the movie. And it sucks because up until that point, it really had me. And right near the end of the movie, it just really, to me, falls off a cliff, and I hate that in a movie. So it makes me feel very lukewarm about this movie. I own it. I do have it as part of my collection. I have watched it more than once, hoping that I would like it more with subsequent viewings, because sometimes if there's a moment in a movie that I don't care for but I like the rest of it, I can kind of put that aside more in subsequent viewings. But every time I've watched this movie, that just takes me right out of it, and makes me dislike the movie. And not even dislike like it. It makes me like the movie a lot less than I would have otherwise. So those are my thoughts on 1408. Let me know in the comments below what you think if you're a big fan of this movie. And don't get me wrong, if you love this movie, that is awesome. I'm always happy to hear somebody enjoyed a movie, even if it's a movie that I think absolutely sucked. If you tell me you liked it, I'm not going to try to convince you to not like it, because what is that serving? Like, if you are getting enjoyment out of something, why? How does me trying to convince you not to do anything good for the world? I'm just telling you, I don't like it because of that, or at least don't like it as much as I would have otherwise. Please hit that like button. It makes it much more possible that people will be able to see this video that wouldn't have otherwise, because it'll show up in their recommended feed. And please, if you're new to my channel and you haven't yet, please hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. It means the world to me to be able to talk to people about movies, and it's something I'm very, very passionate about. And I would love you to stick around if you are not subscribed. That way I can continue to talk to you about movies as time goes on. You can let me know what you think. We have a dialogue. Other than that, have yourself a great day.